kind of guy. You know, I do the Socratic method, and nobody's ever right in my class. There's no such thing as a right answer. And after about 3 days of teaching, I realized that the students weren't opening up to me because they were afraid, they were terrified. So I deliberately planted a mistake in my 4th lecture. I deliberately said something that was wrong. I called on a student and asked him what the jury instruction was in a particular case. And I saw students kind of whispering to each other. The case was not a jury trial, it was in front of a judge. And finally, one student said, Professor, I think the trial was in front of a judge, not a jury, so there couldn't have been a jury instruction. I said, oh my God, you're right. I'm wrong. You caught me in an error. Thank you so much. And please, any of you, if you catch me in another error in the future, please correct me. The next day, every hand was up. Everybody was involved in the conversation. I once pulled that in a case involving a judge. There's a terrible judge in New York. I'm not going to name him.
Go ahead.
If any of you have practiced in the New York federal courts, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he's a judge who's an arrogant guy who he has to prove right away in the courtroom that he's the smartest guy in the courtroom. And if you ever suggest he's not the smartest guy in the courtroom, he will never allow you to continue your arguments. And I had argued in front of him 20 times, and especially when a professor argues, he especially has to prove he's the smartest guy. And so I decided I had to decide how to approach this case. So I started the argument just in the same way with the students by making a mistake. It wasn't an important mistake, but it was a mistake. He jumped all over me. He says, Professor, I expected more of you. Don't you realize? I said, oh, Your Honor, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much for correcting me. I really appreciate it. And he shook his head and he smiled. And then I went on with the argument. We did great. Sometimes you have to treat judges like children. You know, there's the joke that God in heaven is having all kinds of psychiatric problems. And he calls Sigmund Freud. And Sigmund Freud diagnoses him. And finally he has to say to the angel Gabriel, God's having a problem. He's having hallucinations. He thinks he's a federal judge. So, just the opposite way of saying federal judges think they're God. But, so, you know, I'm a critic of everything and everybody. You know, I grew up as an Orthodox Jew. It didn't take. Because I criticized everything and everybody. And the rabbis didn't like me, and I didn't like them. And one of my rabbis called me in when I graduated high school, and he said, you know, Dershowitz, you got a good mouth on you, but not such a good brain. He said, I was a C student in high school. He says, we got to think of something you can do with your mouth that doesn't require your brain. He said, I have 2 suggestions. Remember, this is an Orthodox rabbi. He said, I have 2 suggestions. 1, you can be a lawyer. Or 2, you can be a conservative rabbi. I wasn't smart enough to be a rabbi, so I became a lawyer. Question?
Oh, that was fantastic.